Hello and welcome to Woodworking. Now, in a previous video, I did an unboxing of this little router, this little Genmitsu router, which was supplied to me by SaneSmart. So this is a sponsored video because I haven't paid for the thing, you know, but no actual money's changed hands, and my thoughts are my own. Because what I won't do is lie to people, because then you get a bad reputation, don't you? So the thing is, about this little router, there's a few things about it I actually really like so far. I've been using it a couple of times, and I will be doing some more updates as well later as I get used to it, and see what comparisons to that with my Makita or my little Kitsu, what do we call it? Katsu router, which is another budget router. This one's way better, from what I can see. It has soft start, which I'm really pleased about. It's got variable speed. It's relatively quiet. I don't know if it shows you that in the video at all. I don't know. So it's quite nice to use. It's not so bad for your ears and what have you. I do normally wear little plugs in my ears when I'm using this thing, or any routers, to be fair. But it comes with a fence arrangement. Actually, it comes with two fences. It comes with this piece, but two of those. I don't know why. I think it's because it comes with two extra bases. So anyway, well, yeah, people I like, but that was challenging, you know. Now the thing is, you see, this particular little router is cheap as chips. It's 86 euros or dollars on the actual SaneSmart website, with the two bases and some other bits and pieces as well, spanners and fences and follow guides and stuff like that. You know, trim guides, all the usual bits and pieces. Which I'm quite pleased about, because these are also 65mm. They're compatible with my other routers, such as a little Makita one as well. So, yeah, quite useful. So you've got a little tilt base, you've got a fixed base, and then you've got this plunge base, all for 86 euros. And it's not typical of most budget routers in that kind of price range. It's way better. I've seen so many of these things, and it's you know, budget low priced imports. Most of them have been a little bit rough around the edges, and I have to admit, this wasn't bad, you know. It's nicely finished off. The plastic mouldings are quite nice, you know, it's quite reasonably decent, you know. Got nice little handles and stuff, knobs. Got a nice big clamp lever here, which seems to work quite nicely. You've got the micro adjustment here as well, instead of just a sliding bar on the turret area. So you've got plenty of adjustment, plus you've got a push button thingy here so you can release it, so you can get up and down quickly. So it's been quite reasonably well thought out. The fence, though, I'm not keen on. Now, you've got to make sure you put this bar here the right way around for a start. Otherwise, it's in the way. But the thing is with it, this is typical of many fences for these kind of machines. It's better than what I got with the Katsu by far. But there again, what do you expect? 86 euros with all these extra pieces for a relatively nice little router, to be honest. You'd be paying quite a bit more if you bought a Makita kit or a DeWalt kit. Don't be wrong, they are better, especially the little DeWalt one I really like. But 86 euros for most people, this is going to do you, you know. Even semi-professionals out there, what have you, even professionals, well, these are quite light. They do light work. Now, obviously, proof is going to be in the pudding. I'm going to make this my go-to at the moment, so I get some fair use out of it and understand its pros and cons. So, the only real negative I've so far is the fence. It's got a little bit of flex in it, but it's the same as pretty much any other router. In fact, some of the more expensive ones have quite nasty fences, to be honest. So, you know, you've got the aluminium cast with the two bars, you know, and you've got the anti-slip knobs for the actual clamping of the fence bars. Well, I suppose it's okay. It's just, I've chosen to use this instead. Right? I've put a bit of wood on here to behave as my fence, because what we're going to do is we're going to create this little slot here all the way along to the other end, and see how it performs. So far, I can see here, that's not too bad. It's a little bit of break out the top, but that's not down to the router, that's down to the bit, you know, and the wood. So that needs to be sanded off anyway. Should we do it? I think we should. Right, I'll set the height to the the actual bit to the worktop. I created this fence on the side here. I didn't want to use this because what I find is these things can do that, you see. As you pull it shit along, you get a bit of a rock, and then all you get in it with a wave. With this, as long as I'm pulling it to the fence and I'm cutting in the right direction, remember the router bit goes in the clockwise direction as you look at it from the top, so you've got to think what it's doing is pulling. So if I'm going that way with the router bit going that way, so going against the router bit, it will actually pull towards the fence somewhat. Now this piece of wood isn't perfectly straight, but you know, it's got to do what I want it to do. I'll set the height of the depth stop with the actual turret, I'll just double check it hasn't moved. So I'm going to sit it right down in the bottom there, lock it off, double check the stop. Yep, it is. Yeah, that's in the right place, that's okay. So then what I'm going to do is now is to relax it, bring it to the fence, engage. I've got to go a little bit further this end as well, put a line on there, but I'll do that before I remove the fence. But for now, let's just create or do a cut. So I'm going to turn her on. Here, I've got it on number 3 for speed. I don't know what RPM that is, but hey-ho. It's not too noisy, is it? It's quite okay. Barely need to use air defenders. Now you can obviously go a lot faster, but I found 3 was enough. You don't want to do too much burning. Blunt a bit for a start. We're going to plunge the router into the slot that I've already made. If you're making a fresh slot, well then you plunge it into the wood. Obviously, lock the bit off. Make sure you lock it all the way down because I found it popped up once. And now I'm going to use my thumb and hair to hold it to the side. Don't push your thumb right in, especially if you're using a larger bit, because you'd like to cut your finger off. Don't do that, because it hurts. That's what I heard anyway. Now I'm pushing into the wood, nice and easily. I'm looking out for my mark. Red 10 on the black, there you go. That is far enough. And you can either just unplunge it or just turn it off. And I'm going to bring it back. Now, what didn't I do? Well, I didn't use any dust extraction, which would obviously have helped keep the slot clear. Now, it does come with 2 dust extraction ports, it does, and I could have used them, but I didn't, because quite frankly I just used the old hoover and just suck it up. I'll have to do a little video with the dust extraction, just see how good it is. It does work okay. I've got how to put it on some of these tools. I found that dust extraction isn't always that great, and it prevents the actual bit from being able to do its work. If you're creating slots especially, what happens is the slot becomes clogged and the dust extraction collar or the port gets in the way from it being able to clear the actual sawdust. You can't always use them. Depends what you're using it for. Now to be fair, I could have used it for this. There's no reason why not. So there you go. So that is the second time I've actually used this little router. I don't see anything wrong with it, you know. I'd like to say that there is. The fence I'm not a lover of, but there again, loads of fences are like that, to be fair. I actually really quite like it. €86 for 2 bases, all the bits and pieces that go with it. You know, you don't get no bits with it, no cutters. But it does a relatively good job. And if I just take a little bit of paper into that slot, you know, I can just clean that up and splint it off. I imagine it's going to be quite neat. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's good. And now when I take things apart and there's a loose screw that'll fall in the slot instead of rolling off the edge. Yeah, that makes sense. So what I'm going to do now is remove that, put it on the other side, do that one, or do the ends or whatever, you know, and then I'll have a continuous slot, a bit like a chopping board or a cutting board, all the way around. And if I do drop anything, I'll just roll off and end up in there. So there you go. I hope you found that of interest. And I will be making some more videos of the little Genmitsu rotor, as supplied to me by Sane Smart. And to be fair, I don't think it's a bad tool at all, you know. It certainly is better than this Katsu, which is also a budget router. Or is it as good as my Makita? Not far off, you know. Not far off at all. Wish I could show you. I should have got out of the car. Anyway, it's time for me to go. So they do, you know. But please beat the like button, maybe subscribe to the channel, little bell icons, and you get one face feeling in your pocket every time I upload another video. Toodaloo.